Hello. This is my response video to Allan the Collector Geek's challenge, most recent challenge. It's like characters based on animals. He specifically did his on birds or something like that, but I'm doing more. I watched was it Matt likes comics? I think I watched his. I can't remember. There's been a few of them I've watched, but and I tried to pick things that other people hadn't shown yet, but that turned out to be kind of difficult. I do have a few things that I'm pretty sure nobody else has shown, or at least characters that nobody else has shown. Now, a few of these are not characters I'm really familiar with, but they've ended up in my collection because the books were part of comic bundles that I bought. Other ones I bought just because, okay, this looks like fun. And other ones, well, we'll leave it to when we get to them, you'll know. And these are just in alphabetical order. There's not we're not going from 10 to 1. We're just doing alphabetical order for me this. So first up, we got Boris the Bear. And this one says, this is issue number 25 from Nicotat Comics. And it's Boris meets the Australia's own Southern Squadron. So there's Boris right there. And he's fighting alongside the Southern Squadron, which is uh, was created actually by, I think, an actual Australian to be an Australian superhero team. Um, Dave from Still Only 35 Cents or MadSpidey might be able to tell more. I don't know. But I figured that was a good one to start with. Now, this one I bought specifically because I love the cover. I've actually flipped through this a little bit. It looks fun, but it's a little bit of a thicker issue, so I didn't sit down to read it before shooting this video. Well, I'm going to see whether I'll read it today. We got from Comics Ahoy, so Ahoy Comics, and by Moore, Brigman, Richardson, and Gandini. Got Captain Ginger issue number 1. So basically, cats, humanoid cats. And it actually has this little bit in the bottom right here. It says, I don't know if you can see it. It says extras, Grant Morrison, Phil Hester, and Shannon Wheeler. And it has a little thing, quote by Walter Simonson of all people. And it says, the book is steeped in cat lore, cat behavior, and cat knowledge. So, and there's the part with Grant Morrison it's actually like a 2-page written story or something like that. And then there's also a small cartoon of, I forget what the character is, but it's a character a lot of people, maybe I should let's just see. Didn't have this open ready to go, but, and I should have wrote it down ahead of time, but come here. Come here. Right, so it is called, what the heck's it called? It's called Too Much Coffee Man by Shannon Wheeler. So, and it's like just a little cartoon that's in there. And the part that is by Grant Morrison, where is it? It's called The Electric Sky Bear That Inspired Ben Franklin. It's just a story. So I found that in the dollar bin, and it was an interesting little find, in my opinion. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do that later. I'll put it back in there later. All right, next. We went from Captain Junior, and now we're at F. If issue number 1. And this is one of the ones I've decided to pick, even though other people had shown it, or had shown the character, and we got the ferret. And I was trying to pick characters that were actually animal characters, like not just saying the ferret, but were actually had animalistic features. But I was running out of, I ran out of ideas. So there you go. And if you know ferret, if you know what's online and the comic book community, Nate, Hagan, all those guys, just if you know, you know. And now this one was the last one that I picked that I thought, well, it sort of works, but it's called Gamma Marauders by Peter B. Gillis, Martin King, and David Cooper. And this is by DC, published by DC Comics and TSR. Now, you can see there's like some anime kind of characters, but it is this character here is the reason. Oops, sorry about that. This character right here is the reason why I picked it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Legion of Comic Geeks and read you the Gamma Marauders synopsis. A fun but sometimes incomprehensible series by Peter B. Gillis and Martin King. Gamma Marauders is based on the futuristic role-playing game from TSR, Gamma World. The series centers around Jock Tadsworth, a bio-droid handler who will be a key player in the Gamma Age's greatest war. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. They appear, it's like, where is it? Meanwhile, see the bio droids account for a good deal of the series' weirdness. They appear to be cyborgs based on various animals. The odder the better. Thus, we have kangaroids, triceratons, and something that looks like a robotic bear with space goggles. Robotic bear with space goggles. Yeah, and so those characters are fun in here. I actually, before deciding to add this to the thing, I actually sat down and read it. And I love Gamma World, the thing. Let's see, I'm going to try to find you the best picture. Yeah, like here's the kangaroo. And they're like giant, like it's not a normal size. I think it's like he's been giant sized. And the human characters basically sort of ride alongside them as pilots or something like that. And here's a close up with the bear. There's the bear. And so it's all sorts of weirdness and stuff like that. And if you know anything about Gamma World, you understand why it's weird. So that was my next one. So I thought maybe that might be a bit of a stretch, but I think it still works. Anyways, moving on. The rest of them are pretty much guaranteed animal ones. We got Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 3, and I mainly picked this one because it's got Rocket Raccoon on it. I think Tyler from Pockets Full of Comics will appreciate that because he loves Guardians of the Galaxy. So, and that's probably my second favorite Rocket cover I own. The other one was put away, and I showed that in a different video recently. Okay, moving on. We got a Gold Key issue. I don't know the issue number, but I decided to go with Walt Disney Presents O'Malley and the Alley Cats. Everybody loves to be a cat. That's all I'm going to sing. All right, and next one. I recently found out Eric, was it SideQuest? Sorry if I'm getting it wrong, but I think it's Eric from SideQuest Comics. We were on a live stream and in the chat, and well, yeah, we were both in the chat, and I said, "Look up Renegade Rabbit" to the chat, and he said, "I have that." So here it is, Renegade Rabbit, the good, the bad, and the furry, and it's got Clint Eastwood, you know, Clint Eastwood. There you go. All right, moving on. I decided I wanted to include a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. And so I decided to pick my oldest issue that I own, issue number 1 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. So there you go. Some turtle goodness with Shredder on the cover as well. And the last two, well, first up we got, this is a Gladstone book, and I was like, I decided I'm definitely going to include this one. I picked it up and not realizing one of the stories is it's a reprint of an old story by, Uncle Scrooge's creator, Carl Barks. I think he is. I'm pretty sure he is. Somebody in the chat, let me know. But we got Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge Adventures, number 33, 64 pages. It says inside Carl Barks' first and latest Uncle Scrooge adventure stories. It says horsing around with history, a new story by Carl Barks and William Van Horn, and Only a Poor Man by Carl Barks. And that's the only way I'm going to ever have that Only a Poor Man story because, and here it is. This is the cover of the Only a Poor Man, and that book is supposedly really, really, really expensive. So I was like, I decided, yeah, there you go. All right, last one. Um, this is an issue one as well from IDW. I bought this new off the rack when it came out, and it's something that came out, I don't know. It's recent, but it's not really, really recent. But we have Usagi Yojimbo. I showed some turtles, so I had to show Usagi as well. There we go. And that's my 10. Um, I know that the Gamma Marauders one was a bit of a stretch, but I think it sort of counts. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is Monday. It's going up today. Not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna schedule it for around 3 p.m. today, or if I'm just gonna post it. And if I just post it, then it'll be closer to 2:30. I'll probably just schedule it for 3. And I'm going to have another video drop tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is, oh, I forget what it is. I should have looked it up first. But I have already scheduled. There'll be something on Tuesday. There'll be something on Thursday. But I'm also going to try to get something done for Wednesday and Friday. If it doesn't work out, then it'll just be something for Friday. But it'll be fine. But I also have my poetry videos, which will always are like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Anyways, thanks for watching. Greatly appreciated if you made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.